Alright, so boom. It's been like 2 weeks since the conclusion of Survivor Series, and reality is just now setting in. Undertaker really retired. Like, it feels like he should have been going a while ago, but now that it's officially over, I don't think he will come out of retirement now. But then again, Sting just showed up at AEW, but we ain't talking about that right now. Undertaker really retired. That's a staple of my childhood. Of all the legends in wrestling, whom was big back in you got Austin, Angle, Rock, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, well, Sting back now, but all of these got Ric Flair, all of these guys who was at the peak, well, maybe not Flair, he wasn't at his peak, it was the 80s, early 90s, he was at the peak, but Undertaker finally retires. I don't really know how to feel about it. Like, I'm hurt, but I'm happy at the same time. Like, I think of all the great memories Undertaker gave people. Like, he was the last, in my opinion, I think he's the last wrestler who truly kept kayfabe alive, at least with his character. The only person who ever had it feel like Undertaker was a bit exposed was when his wife would post him on social media. That was the only time you looked at him like, yo, he human. For the most part, you'd be like, yo, this man really a dead man, son. Like, if you go through his whole characters, every part of wrestling that he's ever been a part of has been good. Each era. When he debuted and took the title off Hogan, he was a monster back then. He was still white hot. I mean, when he went against Giant, Gonzalez, the Gigantes, whatever the hell they called him at WrestleMania 9, that was bad. That wasn't too good. But when New Generation era, Taker was still killing. All right, taking the title off of Sid, things of that nature, he was killing. The Ministry of Darkness Taker, American Badass Taker, you had the Biker Taker, then you had Big Evil Taker, and then the Dead Man came back and had matches of the year. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, argue with Randy Orton, you could do it if not for, Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels. But this man here, bona fide star in the wrestling game, man. And I'm hurt a little bit. I'm happy to see the Cowboy finally ride off into the sunset, but damn it, we ain't get to see Undertaker versus Sting. If there's only one match that I wish we could have saw is Undertaker versus Sting, WWE dropped the ball at WrestleMania 31 when Sting, he wrestled against Triple H in a WCW versus WWE when we already knew it was already over. But moreover, it should have been Sting and The Undertaker. Why would you not? It books itself. But we ain't talking about that right now. But man, let me know what y'all favorite Undertaker moment was in the comment section. Because man, this dude literally had been wrestling my entire life. My entire life. I'm 94, baby. 26 years old. There's never been no Undertaker. WrestleMania without Undertaker, it did not exist. Until, I guess you could count, he didn't wrestle at 35. When I actually went to that WrestleMania and Undertaker didn't have a match, I'm like, God damn, this kind of sucks. There was that. And I think, what was the other Mania he didn't wrestle at? He didn't wrestle at WrestleMania, was it 10? Yeah, I don't think Undertaker was on the card for WrestleMania 10. I can't recall if he had a match. But whatever the deal was, man, this guy was a staple. I'll never forget when I was in college, Undertaker had a match when he fought against Lesnar at WrestleMania, and Lesnar beat him. I didn't sleep until like 4 a.m. I sat in my room in darkness. I was on the verge of tears. That's how real Undertaker was. Because even though the match was a work, even though you knew it was predetermined finishes, the streak was like the last piece of he can't lose, he can't lose, he can't lose. And when he lost, you thought something went wrong. You're like, yo, the referees must have messed up. There must be something wrong with the graphic because it was complete silence. It was silence for like 10 seconds. Only thing you could hear is Paul Heyman screaming, oh my God. It was crazy, man. God damn, Undertaker had some moments. When he hung Big Boss Man, had him participate in the Aaron Hernandez challenge at WrestleMania 15, had that man suffocating. When he threw off Mankind at Hell in a Cell in 98, when he threw off Rikishi at Armageddon's Hell in a Cell in 2000. This man has so many. Coming back from the dead against Kane at WrestleMania 20. The greatest match in WrestleMania history against Shawn Michaels in WrestleMania 25. They backed it up again at WrestleMania 26. The end of the era Hell in a Cell match against Triple H. The match that was sensational, it's most likely going to continue to be overlooked, was the No Holds Barred against Triple H in WrestleMania 27. The great match against CM Punk. He had hellacious battles with Batista in 07. Magnificent feud with Randy Orton in 2005. Back and forth with Brock Lesnar from 2002 to like 2003. Just great times, man. Great times. Leading the Ministry of Darkness. Golly, man. This guy had memories on top of memories, moments on top of moments. And he'll forever be known as the cornerstone of WWE. A lot of people give credit to Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. But if you think about the one man who was able to sustain through all of them eras, because think about it. Think about it. The Golden Era, he was there. New Generation Era, he was there. Attitude Era, he was there. Ruthless Aggression Era, he was there. PG Era, he was there. Reality Era, he was there. And then now he's finally hung up his boots, man. It's been a hell of a ride, man. It's been one hell of a ride. Like I said earlier, leave your comments, your favorite Taker moments in the comment section, because there's a ton. And I'm sure a lot of people may have similar ones, but since this brother been around for like 30 plus years, you know for a fact there's gotta be multiple. So I can't wait to read the comments, see what you guys' favorite moments are. But I'll say this from me to you, Taker, thank you so much for what you've done for us over the course of the past years, man. Because there's moments in which you didn't need to do some certain things, all right? You didn't need to participate in certain matches. You had no business coming back the last 5 years. I got to see you wrestle at SummerSlam in 2015. Coming and seeing Undertaker do his entrance. Walking slower than molasses. Took this man about a year to get to the ring. It was a Sunday on SummerSlam when Undertaker started his entrance. It was on Monday when he finally made it to the ring. But having the fire, the pyro come out of the steel, it heated up the entire arena. If you went to SummerSlam in 2015, you had to feel it. You had to feel it. It got hot than a son of a bitch when Undertaker came out. I was able to be there when he fought against, when he had, who was the other match? He had another match I was there for. I can't recall. It's escaping my mind. Yeah. Whatever the case may be, being able to see him wrestle live, experience Undertaker and things of that nature. I think it was the Shane McMahon. It might have been Shane McMahon. Yeah, leading up to WrestleMania. Yeah, it was with Shane McMahon. They had a segment and McMahon went for the elbow onto the cable. Yeah, that was against Undertaker. Man, golly, man, I'm going to miss him. But luckily we can live on. We can live on Undertaker's, memories through the WWE Network and also on YouTube and things of that nature. But leave in the comment section your favorite Taker moments, man. But for me to you, Taker, thank you for what you've given us over the course of 30 years. You will be missed in the ring, but by God, please stay retired. You don't got it no more, old man. It's over. Take the L out of love. It's over, brother. We love you. Just ride off into the sunset. Don't come back. Please don't come back. Don't do it. Do it, but don't do it. I'm conflicted.